Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's I, Charlie, and I am back for yet another Ultra Confusion, something slightly different. As you might have noticed, I don't know what you would notice, but you might have noticed something. I don't know. It could be anything. Could be a lot of things. Who knows? Okay, let's get down to the brass tacks, which I never really understood because why would you want brass tacks? We're talking tacks like T-A-C-K or T-A-X. Why would you tax on brass? Anyways, reviews are coming, so be on the lookout for those. Apparently, there's going to be a new Ghostbuster movie that's going to feature an entirely female cast of Ghostbusters. Should be interesting. Hopefully, they do a hell of a good job. They have to. It's amazing stuff, man. You can't mess with what's gold. Let's see what else we have here. I feel like there's a ton of things. Oh, by the way, okay, so let's go something slightly different. Okay, this is slightly not video games, but still whatever. Podcasts. We're trying to get more of them. Oh gosh, I still have to. I forgot to apply for the video cast for the Thursday Night Hangouts. Haha! Note to self. Apple podcast of the video variety. And yes, I actually wrote of the video variety. I'm that awesome again. Let's see here. You may have noticed, I don't know if I talked about this previously, but there was a second random short story theater. This time I actually wrote a bunch of stuff to try to help guide the story. Did it work? I don't know. You're going to have to tell me, because here's a fun little tidbit of information about random short story theater. I don't actually think about anything. It just kind of goes bleh, and then I don't try to go back to see how weird it is. That's both my writing style and, of course, my talking style. I do not like to edit my own videos. I do not like to edit my own audio, which is kind of weird because I like to talk, but I don't want to hear myself talk. Whatever. So I had a slight panic attack today. I thought that the new TV show, The Constantine Show, was starting this week, but apparently it's not starting until the 25th. So WTF, mate? I need it now. I need it now. Now. Right now. This moment. I have free time right now. Give it to me! No, I don't really have that much free time. But I would make time for you, Constantine. Of course, if you want to get technical, Constantine is in this book, I think. Is it this book? I think it is. Hold on. Let me check. John Constantine. That's the other thing. Why lick your fingers? Like, let me put my slobber at every single page. I know. It's so you can pick the pages up with your fingers, but whatever. Constantine. Yep. He is from DC. Yes, I own the DC Comics Encyclopedia. I also own the Marvel, the characters, and the universe. Which, of course, is probably, both of these are probably dated by now because stuff has changed. Like, I bet you, that's actually a very good question. Let's look for Nick Fury, shall we? Nope. Not going to lick my finger. That's just gross. Nick Fury. Is there an index? Nope, I got chronology. Chronology! Nick Fury. Fury. I've got Lou Ferrigno? What? This thing actually talk about any of the characters? Or what? Nah. It's not that type of... Seriously? Alright, when did this Fantastic Four come out? Because I apparently missed out on that one. Show you. Look at him. Stare at his awesomeness. Yes, I know. I know. It's not really all that awesome. This is a good workout. And they think nerds don't get a workout. Seriously? These two encyclopedias? They gotta be like, I don't know, 5-10 pounds? I'm never that good a gauge of weight or weight, whatever. Anyways, see here. I know I should really get an agenda for one of these things because that would probably be beneficial to everyone. Yes, I understand. I am wearing a white T-shirt. Well, it's not. It's actually, you could tell it's like not white. I made the brilliant idea of buying a bunch of white T-shirts, and then the first time that I washed them, I put them in the wash with these. Like shop rags. They were orange, so they all kind of got like a little orange tint to it, but it's not that bad. I mean, I can get away with it at work, and isn't that what really matters? What can you get away with at work? A new Facebook campaign to try to get people to recognize Ultra Confusion has begun, and apparently everyone in Brazil wants to like Ultra Confusion. What's weird is nowhere else. So I need to make sure that this campaign is actually going on outside of Brazil. I've got no problem with Brazil. Hey, I mean, I've reviewed a couple games, at least 1 or 2 games from Brazilian developers. And Brazil has a hell of a development community. Hell, they were some of the bigger name Dreamcast developers. Now, of course, Elysian Shadows has kind of dethroned everyone, or maybe it's just because I am in the US and they're in the US, and all I hear is, we're making a Dreamcast game, and we're going to have a physical copy, which part of me kind of wants to find a Dreamcast. Not going to lie. My roommate in college had one, and we played Marvel vs. SNK? Is that right? No. I know it was a fighting game. Whatever. I suck at fighting games. So it was me button mashing and him destroying me over and over and over again. Okay. So, podcast. I was going to get back to it eventually. It's interesting. When you see an individual interact on a TV show or maybe a movie, or you see them sit down and do interviews that are not run by them, they're run by someone else. Like, shit, this guy or gal has a very interesting view. I would like to hear more about it. And then, for the love of God, so many of these people that created the podcast, I know, I'm a very opinionated person. I know that. I'm a very critical critic, whatever. I'm looking for perfection. Of course, I don't know if I'm getting anywhere near because I don't actually watch my stuff, but that's not to say that it's bad. It's just that I want to give you my information, my stuff that comes out of my brain as fast as possible, and the fastest way to do that is to cut me out as the gatekeeper. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. It's weird. There are certain individuals that I was listening to their podcast because I'm starting to pull the podcast on this wonderful iPhone 4S, which apparently, like every 2 days, I have to reset because I think Apple is trying to subliminally or through software make my phone just crap itself, so I have to go get a new one. But anyways, so I listen to these podcasts, right? Just like all over. I mean, it doesn't even. Some of them have to do with gaming. Most of them deal with entertainment, sports, whatever. But holy crap, some of them are really bad. Like, I don't know how people could continuously listen to them. I'm not going to name names. If you want to get names out of me, we're going to go on a one-on-one conversation, and we'll chat. But on this forum, I am not going to call anyone out. Sure. Would I, could I be like, that terrible person that everyone jumps on and like gets by 15 minutes of fame for being the asshat who just couldn't figure out why people liked somebody. See? Ah, I almost gave you cannon fodder. What? What? Why am I'm making up words. Am I tired? I might be tired. I think that's it. I think it's come that point in my life where I have no ability of staying conscious for long periods of time. That is quite the conundrum. I don't even know if that's the right word for that, but whatever. All right, there are a ton of reviews that are going to be going up. We got a review code for a game that unfortunately we can't talk about until the 15th, but I can tell you that I'm very, very excited, and I will be recording every moment of it. And when the embargo lifts, you will get not only a review, but you will get a playthrough by yours truly. Okay, let me just wrap this up because apparently my brain just went. I'm not exactly sure what all that's about, but you get the picture. I hope. I don't. Do I need to draw something on the whiteboard for you? Do I need to draw you the picture of my brain just going? I hope not. I don't think I could draw that. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so reviews are coming. Games are going to be played so that they can be reviewed. News is it's when we get news, we give you news. By the way, if you really want, you can sell your soul to EA for real cheap. It's free. Dragon Age Origins. All you gotta do is install probably some kind of subliminal advertising. Control your entire life system in Origin. I'm probably exaggerating. I hope I'm exaggerating. But if anyone knows else, you know, if you know something different, I'm all ears. But anyways, there's just so much stuff to do. I've got Ouya games, I've got PC games, I've got Android games, I've got iOS games. The iOS game I'm about to review. The Android game I should have reviewed a long time ago. The PC games, well, they're all over the place. I just wrote the review for Enola. I am currently playing. Let me cheat here. Close all the windows in the background here so I can actually. Oh, look, I did a video. I wonder if I actually posted it. Probably not, but whatever. I am currently playing Doorways, the Underworld, which is creepy. I'm also, god dang, I also need to get through some Cannon Brawl. I need to write up a review for Endless Legend, Sanctuary RPG. I need to get into Wasteland 2. And then I'll be playing a game that I'm under embargo for. So, you figure it out. Pretty sure you can figure it out. Can I give you a hint? Is that breaking embargo? Is that like a no-no? Just look at the website. Well, what game have we been talking about a lot lately? It could be anything. Not really, but it could be anything. All right. To those individuals out there who are wondering why the Siege videos are all over the map with the audio, certain rooms had audio, like audio equipment that allowed for projection of voices. Others, you had to solely rely on the speakers. And one of the hardest things to do when you're doing a panel is remember that even if you're talking to someone right next to you, you're projecting as if they're at the back of the room. Yes, I know a lot of panels have gone deaf that way, but because of other panelists screaming in their ears. But the thing is, you have to remember that this conversation is for the audience as much as it is for the panelists. And unfortunately, some of it is easy. I will fully admit, it is easy to fall in the trap where you start mumbling simply because of either you're engaging with some of your panelists or perhaps someone in the front row, and you kind of forget about the other people. At this moment, I've probably already stated this before, but all my Siege videos are up. There is a GDDA event coming up, ironically, at Primal Screen. I say that ironically because I've been there twice, 2 times for a interview, and I did not get the job, but I do know where Primal Screen is, so I guess that's a win in my column. I feel like there's something else I was supposed to tell you, but I cannot remember. I honestly cannot remember. But I will say this. If you are interested in finding out the long and twisted path of a developer, definitely check out the Elysian Shadows YouTube page, as they give you kind of like behind the scenes looks at their craziness and shenanigans and all that stuff. October 25th. No, 25th. October 25th is Extra Life. I am once again doing the 24-hour game-a-thon. Please help me or any of the individuals out that are doing Extra Life by going to extra-life.org. I think that's what it is. I'm going to double check right now. I'm almost 100% sure. Extralife.org. Help out. All this money goes to the Children's Miracle Network. I personally, my portion is going to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. I'm huge about helping out individuals, organizations that are trying to better the lives of individuals who need help. And kids are amazing little people, and they deserve the best medicine, care, whatever that we can give them. So this is, I know I'm not raising thousands upon thousands of dollars by myself, but as a huge group of everyone who's participating in Extra Life, we're trying our best to raise awareness as well as raise money. And of course, we will then be gaming for 24 hours straight, which I will be doing probably solo again, with maybe a random guest jumping in for a little bit, so maybe I can close my eyes for like 30 minutes or something. So I don't have to drink 17 Mountain Dews. Which, by the way, if you're ever curious, there is a tipping point, for me at least, and probably you, where once you've drank enough soda, it just stops tasting good. It starts tasting weird, and then it gets worse, and you're like, I don't want to drink it anymore, but I have to because I'm gonna be unconscious. So, please go to extra-life.org. You can find Alter Confusion. You can also find several other individuals. It's not too late to even form your own team if you want to, and then of course raise the money. You can also find all the information on alterconfusion.com. It's that little progress thermometer on the left-hand side of the page. And of course, you can also find the latest and greatest and all the news that Alter Confusion can provide you at alterconfusion.com. Also, check us out on Twitter and AlterConfusio. That's, of course, Alter Confusion without the N, because we're too cool to have the entire Alter Confusion on there. Of course, you can check us out on Facebook. And then, of course, you can always drop us a line just by going to alterconfusion.com and go to Contact Us. If you are a developer and you would like some attention on your game, go to the Contact Us page. Hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on Twitter. Everything goes through me, Charlie. So I promise I will try to get as much attention on your stuff as possible. Just give me we can start a dialogue and we can figure out how best to approach getting your game recognition. Okay, now that's seriously it for my Something Slightly Different. I know I'm running a little bit long, but that's okay because I feel like the last couple ones have been really short, or perhaps I'm just not remembering right, because that could happen sometimes, more often than I like to admit. Alright, fine, it happens all the time. I don't know how long they are until I render them, and to be honest with you, it's not like I keep like an inner journal of, okay, well, on the 5th of November, it was 15 minutes long. And on the 6th, it was a minute. I don't keep track of that. But anyways, thank you for tuning in to Something Slightly Different. For myself, Charlie, it's been a pleasure to give you the amazing stuff that it comes out of my head. Hopefully it's amazing. I think it's amazing, and so should you. Little plug, I don't get any money for this, but I find... I do want to mention one podcast really quick, if I can pull it up on my phone. I do find it very entertaining. It's very interesting. Sometimes it's a little, but most of the time it is pretty good. It is called, well, for the cleaned up version, it's WTF with Mark Maron, of course, is What the Fuck. He interviews a star or two. And they just kind of shoot the shit. Sometimes it gets serious. Sometimes it goes really crazy. And I enjoy just listening to it. So, yeah, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to the Something Slightly Different. For myself, Charlie, I will see you tomorrow, which, of course, is the Thursday Night Live Hangout, which happens live at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, where myself and Zelius will be giving you the greatest and latest of information that comes out of our brain. So, be on the lookout for that, and I'll see you tomorrow.